maybe, just maybe, we can justify this nonsense. Now, let me start off by saying this is some massive bullshit. The macrocosm that is Universe 7 should be housing much more mortal life than just 28 planets worth. My actual opinion aside, I'd like to try and explain this weird notion. Also, let me just say that I will be stretching points here. Even if this explanation were true, I'd never accept it as a good explanation or a good reason, since there was no alluding to this explanation prior or post the revelation. My whole argument hinges on the battle between Goku and Beerus, at the beginning of Dragon Ball Super specifically. I'm sure you're all familiar with the 3 punches between Goku and Beerus that threaten to destroy the universe. Now, let's assume that each of those blows increased in power, so each blow is stronger than the last. That would be 14.28% for the first one, 28.52% for the second one, and then the last one would be 57.12%. I came to this conclusion by the earlier mentioned assumption of growing power, but also that the last punch would be stronger than the first 2 combined. Thus, I used the formula x plus 2x plus 4x equals 100, which simplifies to 7x equals 100, and got approximately 14.28% for each x. Then you just plug in, multiply it out, and you're able to get each of your punches. This is the only way I can justify the universal destruction claim, because the shockwaves did not seem strong enough to destroy the universe if they were 3 equal blows. Now, using that power, and this picture of the Universe 7 macrocosm, we can see that the largest portion of the universe is Otherworld, and the smallest is the realm of the Kaioshin. The realm of the Kaioshin is substantially smaller than the other 2 sections of the macrocosm, but its size is not very consistent in many of the images I've seen. However, the sizes are all fairly close, so the assumption shouldn't change depending on the picture. Now, comparing that image to this scale image of Earth and the Moon, we can see that it's roughly the same. Since it takes about 50 moons to fill the Earth, I would say that Universe 7 is about 51 Realm of the Kaioshins big. The living plane appears to be about 1/3 of the 50, and Otherworld seems to be about 2/3 of the 50. So, Universe 7 is 1K plus 1/3 50K plus 2/3 50K, or 1K plus 16.6K plus 33.3K. Meaning that in percentages, the realm of the Kaioshin is only 1.96% of the universe. The living realm is 32.55% of the universe, and Otherworld is a whopping 65.29% of the universe. I guess it makes sense. People die all the time. Now, this is where the real fun begins. If, as we saw in the anime, the things destroyed during the Goku-Beerus fight were mostly planets, it's safe to assume that most of the damage hit the living realm. And though we don't see Otherworld in this arc, we do see the realm of the Kaioshin being shaken, but not destroyed. So I'd assume it was not hurt at all. It is at this point I'd like to reiterate that I do not wholeheartedly believe what I am proposing. Instead, I am trying to help validate a potential fallacy that this arc has brought to the forefront. So, the first 2 hits together destroyed 42.8% of the universe. Now, let's use the punching formula again to determine what percentage of that damage goes where. So I'm going to say here that 3x plus 4x equals 42.8%. 3x being the damage that hit Otherworld, 4x being the damage that hit the living realm. So 18.34% of the universal destruction went to Otherworld, leaving 46.95% instead of its original 65.29%. And 24.44% of destruction went to the living realm. That would decrease the living realm from 32.55% to 8.11. That is a decrease of 75%. Imagine the universe is now literally the size of 1 quadrant of the universe. The thing that King Kai rules over, that is now the size of the universe in equivalency. It's insane, It's such a decrease, and I'm giving it this much, and still, a quarter of the universe is plenty to house more than 28 planets of life. Like, way more than 28 planets, because the quadrants in Dragon Ball Z are galaxy clusters. They're almost their own mini-universe within the universes. It's very hard to justify the 28 planets, even at this extreme that we say 75% of the living realm was destroyed. However, I think this is going to be the best way to describe it, and the best way to explain it. Makes it an easier pill to swallow. And hey, in an ironic twist, Beerus has possibly helped lower his universe's mortal level with his own selfish motives, and not Goku. This means Beerus might be responsible for the destruction of the universe. Who knows? But what do you think of this theory, guys? Was it easy enough to follow? I hope so. If you have any questions or counterpoints, please leave them in the comments below. I really do love a good discussion. And that ends today's video now. Video outro!